Okay.
Yeah, your mustache moves up slightly and your eyes squint a bit.
Oh. Oh, there we go. I was like, wrong screen. All right.
Of course.
Shut up, Deb. I have a match screen and a podcast screen, but one isn't set for the podcast, okay? Welcome to Into the Geekdom. I brought Dev back for another episode. I don't know what I'm doing at this point with him.
And I don't know why you keep inviting me back. You're clearly just a masochist.
Thank you for the follow, Buck. I also have Devil Mancer, because we have one of Devil's friends on today.
I am Devil's
Or at
friend.
least part of them.
Part of him, yeah. He's a very funny guy, though. I've talked to him a few times through his chats. John Unable, welcome on in. Appreciate you.
Holy
coming
shit!
by.
First time somebody said my name right. I've been known as Johnable, John Able, John Unstable, John.
I mean, John Unstable would still work, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a skull in a jar. How stable can you actually be?
Well, the base is pretty wide and heavy, so.
Wait, how did you? So I guess we'll get right into it then. How did you come up with the name and the character of who you are, John Unable?
It's a pun. All right, so I've made content and streamed for years. I've been doing this shit. I've got still clips I got to try and edit together from 2011 yet that I've been doing stuff from. I've been doing shit since like 07, 08. So I've been doing this a long time. I stopped streaming a while back, and a friend of mine picked streaming back up. Modern Day Kane. It's probably where you see the pun coming from already.
Okay.
So while talking, Kane wanted to do more gaming and wanted to have kind of like a co-host thing where we played games together. So we had come up with the name Kane and Unable for Chaos Sundays.
Okay.
Kane and Unable.
That makes a lot of sense now, yeah.
And my original PNG was only meant to be this little fart in a jar that basically haunted Kane. I wish I was joking.
Why
it was actually like this. I don't know. It was like a fucking purple thing in a jar. It was called a fart in a jar. This is like the best thing I can think of to call it. And somebody had actually drawn me as a skull in a jar because it was easier than trying to draw a fart cloud in a jar. And I fucking loved it so much. So we kind of crowdsourced this skull in a jar as my PNG, and then the rest is history. And I've been streaming for a fucking year again.
Fart in a jar. I just can't get over that part of it.
Hold on. I think I have it on my reactive
God.
here. Oh god. Yeah, I drawn it myself because I didn't know any artist.
Struggle for him to move.
That's most of us nerds, Deb.
I was gonna say he's making the same sounds I make a lot.
That's pretty much all of us, honestly.
At least
go.
you have limbs.
Oh, look at that.
Jart.
Jeez.
That's the ancient Jart.
That's impeccable art, John.
That's almost as good as my oars drawn by Lux.
Listen, it was 10 minutes and it was only to replace the Mario foot I was originally.
You know, the purple fart looks like some sort of other void that I won't get into.
Yeah, I actually had a proper artist do this, and the talking one is actually fan art.
So, like, how did you land on skull in a jar after that?
Like I said, we crowdsourced it because somebody drew me as a skull in a jar, so it's easier to draw in the fart. And I loved it, so we just kind of, as a group, kind of crowdsourced this awful fucking skull in a jar thing. Because it's not only just a skull in a jar, if you look at my little bit of lore I do have, it's a skull in a jar filled with Crystal Skull vodka. So we just kind of kept spitballing ideas that we all liked, and it just formed this fucking thing.
Yeah.
That's great, actually.
Dan Aykroyd would be proud.
So, you said you started in, like, 2006. Why did you, like, stop and then come back to streaming? Like, doing content creation?
So early stuff was school. Because it's kind of hard to be going to junior high and high school while also trying to make content. That and competing in the ancient fucking realm of multi-channel networks and machinima and shit. it was really hard because I started off as Minecraft content creator.
Okay.
Of course I did. That was like the biggest thing back then. So I kind of gave that up here and there. Did some stuff around 2011. Gave it up again so I graduate school. And then, God, what, like 2014, I think I started doing Twitch. And I did Twitch on and off there. Again, around work, school, college, that kind of stuff. So I've done content creation for years, but I've never actually kind of really dived into it as hard as I have now for the past year.
Mm-hmm.
I was always just doing shit for fun. I was a faceless streamer before all the VTuber stuff took off. So it felt like natural progression to just have something on the screen.
So you just feel more comfortable as a VTuber / Skeletuber character?
Yeah, that, and just in case something actually blows up, I can still, leave the internet and be in peace and not have people up my ass and trying to fucking come into my house and stuff. I could not imagine trying to be like PewDiePie or Markiplier or any of them big. Like, could you imagine trying to go grocery shopping?
That's true. There was even a thing with Ludwig and his girlfriend where he did like an overnight stream and he was sleeping. And she was like haunted at night because they were swatting him.
They were swatting him constantly.
And she has PTSD from it, and he can't do one ever since.
Yep.
Like, and it's like, that's horrible. That was QT Cinderella, I believe, is her name.
Yeah.
And like, apparently it happens a lot to a lot of people that do that. And Ludwig is like, he's not even like edgy or anything like that. He's just a goofy dude. Like, of all people to do it to. Like, it's just people do that. And so I understand why people will be like Dev or Devil and you, where it's like, I'm not gonna put myself out there like that. I can't risk that.
Yeah. That and my job. It's really hard to try and keep a full-time job while also doing stuff like this. Because then people go, well, then you're making jokes like this online, or you're talking shit on this online. And HR does not like when you do online content creation, and also working a full-time job as the face of a company. So it's like, no.
Yeah. Luckily, I'm already like a chef, so the language that I have is still pretty much the same as the kitchen's.
Yeah.
It is pretty much like Gordon Ramsay's kitchen. Well, not like nowadays, but like they do tend to be like that sometimes. Where it's a lot of cursing. I work with mostly women in the baking field, and I gotta say, they are worse than men. 100%.
Yes, that is true.
I'm not surprised by it, but it's 100% a fact. They get into like way more details than I want to get into at work, and I'm a man.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just kind of the natural progression of stuff, because I've had separate emails and separate usernames and stuff, and I tend to try and keep my private social life and social stuff separate from streaming stuff, so there's no connection back to me. So just in case shit starts going down, I can literally dump and run and leave, and then nothing comes back and falls on me. So people do start getting shitty and trying to SWAT and whatnot.
That's totally fair. I get it for sure. How would you describe yourself to people coming into your streams for the first time?
Oh God, a chaotic
no longer a fart in a jar.
Chaotic fucking mess.
That is true.
There's skills I have that nobody really.
What the heck? My Discord! Oh, for God's sakes. My Discord. What? Give me a second, guys. I don't know why my Discord just suddenly like, I give up. So give me a second. My camera's frozen too, so let me fix that here. Yeah, I don't know why my Discord is... I have no indication that things are dropping. That's the thing. That's weird. That was very, very weird. Okay.
Taking clips of
That was
like I just did?
That was very weird because like it didn't even give me a warning it was dropping or anything like that. It just kind of just did it. for no reason.
Yeah,
It's gone.
Discord's been doing that to me on my phone too.
It does it on my phone all the time. I can't even use it half the time on my phone.
Ugh, quality app.
Yeah, well, it's a lot worse.
Okay, there we go. Fixed. All right.
And we're back.
So, what were you saying?
We were saying apparently your moose died.
The moose got shot out back, honestly.
So, the way I describe myself is a chaotic mess. The whole I have skills that nobody even thinks about type thing. Like, are you familiar with the game Pico Park?
Yes.
It's a very simple, basic game. I managed to break Pico Park.
I think
How do you
Mike and
break that
Dev
game?
both played it with me. Did you play it with me, Mike?
I
know
played it
Dev
with
did.
Lux.
I was gonna say I have played it.
The
You
ghost-
don't play it with us, Tim.
The ghost portion, where the ghost gets mad if you walk too quick or make too much noise. If you activate the ghost as you're going through the door, the ghost will just fly off the screen and disappear forever. The game was not meant to handle that. Guess who found that out?
You have to do it really quickly though, because
Oh, yeah.
sometimes it will still get you.
Yeah.
So I tend to, when I do playthroughs and stuff, I don't really do normal playthroughs. I tend to break them. I aim for the broken stuff. I aim for the glitches and everything else.
John
gotten to the
breaks
point-
Games like
Sounds like Devil Streams, honestly.
I was gonna say
we're two skulls. What do you expect?
What is it, 45 minutes or an hour, I could be completely invisible in Oblivion. Using exploits, like... I aim for that portion, because,
I
you know,
mean-
everybody can play games good. Everybody's good at the fucking Call of Duty shit. But who the fuck's like, you know what? Oblivion, invisibility, any percent, let's go.
I'm sure there's a speedrunner out there somewhere for it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's got to be a way to do it to get over the top of the wall. And
You're more like the Call Me Kevin of content creation, where it's just like, I'm just gonna do the
A
broken
lot of
stuff.
people compare him to that, yeah.
a lot of people, including Kane, compare me to Kevin.
I honestly, it seems it's pretty apt. Honestly, it works really well. Your thing is stuck on your just face open.
Oh god. Oh,
Ugh.
Face is indeed open.
Yeah, I'll have to fix that in a second. I'll ask something and then we'll carry on here.
let's try that.
Do you not
God.
like him intensely staring?
Well, you know, sometimes it's just not necessary. Sometimes I don't need that in my life.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm stuck on the talking portion of the Fugi.
I
That's
don't know.
interesting.
I think it might be the Discord this time.
That could be.
Yeah, it could be.
I'm gonna try to log in again on this and see what happens. There we go.
Oh god, everything's gonna fall apart again.
No, it's okay.
Discord crash 80%.
Hell yeah. I could do that really
Futile.
quickly.
I mean, last time you said I have skills, the thing collapsed. So
I have a particular set of skills that nobody wants.
I break this guy's internet. Yeah, for whatever
Shut
reason,
the moose out back.
it's working in the reactive web browser, but not on Discord. I think it might just be Discord's problem.
Could be.
It
I
happens.
think it's your disc. Well, it's only John as well. I'm fine.
Yeah, it's weird because it works. Devils is fine. Dev's little character still moves around fine.
Yeah, because it'll allow me to change the Fugis, because I can...
Well, I guess you're just gonna stay as a face who's surprised to be here.
I'm excited to be here.
It's very excited. You are the harbinger of chaos, according to one of your descriptions.
Yes.
So those who are not familiar, what exactly is your Chaos Sundays about?
So, whatever. Usually we try to play a bunch of co-op games. Started off originally playing The Forest with Kane. And then Kane got busy with real-life stuff, which, you know, is entirely fair. Moving twice, different relationships, all kinds of different stuff. It just... Everything compiles up where you can no longer really stream too much or don't have the energy to. So that turned into Bach and I, or Bachop, the one who I think followed previously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and I started off doing stuff, and started off with kind of a guerrilla Portal 2 stream, and it turned into Portal 2 fed into Half-Life 2 or Half-Life 1 co-op into Half-Life 2 co-op. And it's just an absolute shit show. Every time we play games, it's great.
That's good. I mean, from what I've seen, it just seems to be always unhinged a little bit too. So, I think last
keep it.
I think last one I was in, you guys like spent an hour trying to get a game to work of some sort.
Was that oh shit? What was that? Lethal Company?
I think it was Lethal Company. You guys were trying to get working.
We had 60 mods on Lethal Company, and they kept fighting each other.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That doesn't surprise me.
And yes, an awesome liquid ghost for sure.
It would take 25 to 30 seconds for the fucking game to load. Like the mod loader to load before it actually launched the game with all the mods we had.
I mean, this is the same group that I think one of you was Patrick Starr in it. So was it that one or?
I don't remember. That might be. I know we have so many.
I do remember it was it was getting pretty heated and aggressive in there. Let's get this game to work. It's all fighting.
Things working.
So that to me would probably describe John a lot. It is 100% chaos. If you're into that stuff, that is the place to go.
There's very few schedules. We schedule for like celebrations and events and stuff. So like Christmas, Halloween. Other than that, we don't really have a set schedule. I guerrilla stream most of the time, so if it's a game I really like, I'll play it a bunch. If it's a game I don't like Dark Souls, I played it once for like an hour or two. Wasn't too fond of it, and just left and went and did something else.
I feel like people are like that. They either love playing it or it's like, I give up. Fuck this game.
I was lost. I just fucking gave up. And then people were like, "Will you play that with a keyboard and mouse?" Yeah.
Oh.
Oh god.
I prefer Souls games on keyboard and mouse.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't prefer them at all. I don't
No, I
play
don't
any of
like
those
them,
games.
but if I'm gonna play them, I'll play keyboard and mouse.
Well,
Unless if it's Witcher.
VR stuff too. So
okay.
Another thing I do, part of that guerrilla stuff, is we do a lot of VR stuff. I have a room specifically set up for VR. Mostly, except for the smash lamp. It's been smashed twice now.
Cut that.
But I do a lot of VR stuff, so I'll find different wild VR games and play them and screw around in them. So, like, Bach and I currently have a playthrough of Arizona Sunshine 2, and that weirdly, chaotically shit game. And, we spend most of the time shooting zombies and feeding each other sausages.
Is the second one actually alright? I've played the first.
It's better than the first one, because the first one is so archaic, but it still suffers from a lot of the same shit. Like, the main character will not stop talking. I did not think I needed an entire rant on farts in elevators, but apparently the developer of the game decided we needed that.
Well, I mean, just to let you know, in case you're curious.
Cool.
He's talking to a fucking dog!
Yeah.
The dog could be... Maybe the dog did it.
The dog didn't do it. He's talking about how the dog probably smell people's farts all the time. I'm so lonely, I've never smelled a fart in an elevator anymore. There's nobody around anymore. All there is zombies, blah, blah. And we're like, alright, volume off.
I mean, on my screen, it looks like you did smell a fart. I mean...
He started out as a fart, so...
I smelled myself.
Yeah.
He smelled himself.
Smelled himself. What
Open
kind of
the jar.
what
Never
kind
open that
of what
jar.
kind of games do you tend to gravitate more towards, though, overall?
Mostly open world exploration games, because you're given so much more opportunity to do stuff. Like, a good example of that is Voice of the Void, if you're familiar with that game.
No, actually. I don't think I've ever heard of that one.
Oh. You are basically put in charge of, the big satellite ears, they're listening for different stuff in space?
Yes.
You're basically put in charge of that up in the Swedish mountains. And as soon as you're let into the game, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Like, quite literally, you can just start and fuck around. You can run to the fucking caves and get mauled by whatever creature's in there if you really wanted to.
All right.
I remember White got mad at me. He was watching me play it. It took him Was it 60 or 70 in-game days to get the aliens to spawn? It took me 5 because I microwaved a plushie.
Yeah.
Like the game just lets you do whatever.
Jesus.
God.
Yeah, you can pretty much just let the place go to shit. You can eat the bugs off the walls if you want to, or you can have a proper diet and actually order food. Like, the open world games that let you do whatever you want is beautiful. Although, there are times we do play the really... I do play some horror, and I try to gravitate towards the shit horror.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it Santa Massacre? Where you can beat the entire game by crouching because Santa can't swing lower than his shoulders.
I don't understand. It's like Devil playing Sherlock earlier. I don't understand.
We go into itch and we look at these games that look awful. We just fucking play them.
Wait, what don't you understand?
Itch.io nights were
There's
fun.
a Santa that can't swing below its shoulders.
Yeah,
So if you duck,
programmed
you
him
can
to
win.
swing. He swung horizontally with the axe. So if you crouch, you're lower than the horizontal hitbox. So he can't.
That is some
I don't-
80s arcade bullshit right there.
Okay, see, I don't understand what's not to understand.
Shut up, Deb.
You're supposed to run faster than Santa, but all you gotta do is crouch until he disappears and go explore again. It's
So
awful.
you just gotta be like one of his elves, basically, and kick his ass.
Much.
I don't know,
Yes.
sounds like it.
So it's a massive mixture of games. Mostly open world exploration, but there's horror stuff. I don't get spooked very easy, so I do quite enjoy playing the horror and laughing at the big evil creatures.
As we say, Dev,
like me.
Dev gets bored of like games that are not scary enough.
I mean, hell.
I was playing the Amnesia before Amnesia, Penumbra. Same thing where you don't have any weapons and you're supposed to run away from the monsters. We just sprint jump. You can just sprint past the monsters and let them chase you around. So, the last part of Penumbra, I'm just running past the monsters. Like, hello, bye.
I remember I played Phasmophobia once, and I just did not want to listen at all the entire time. To the point where, like, that's why I don't play it anymore, because I wasn't allowed to anymore. Because I would just fuck around too much. And I was like, why can't I get any points? And yet he's like, because you keep fucking dying. You keep putting yourself in situations where you're purposely trying to get yourself killed to fuck with the ghost. I'm like, but that's the best part of the game for me. I'm not scared of this shit. What am I going to do?
Say, I mean, that's what I do.
I do it in VR,
Mike,
so
why
it
have you
gets
even
even
played
worse.
with us? Fucking fast. That
Oh,
sounds great.
Yeah, that's what
VR
I'm
stuff is
saying.
great. You can open doors up a crack and lean in there and take a picture and lean out in VR. It's so much better.
I remember watching Penlock, and I think it was one of the few times Yeti was allowed in there, and they just kept fucking with Penlock the entire time. They just like, oh, it was Devil another time too. Devil and someone else were summoning the creature over and over again, and Penlock's like, I'm out of here! Stop summoning her! Stop summoning her!
Oh, me and Dev?
Yeah,
I was
yeah, it
gonna
was
say,
you
that
and
was-
Dev.
that was me.
It was you and Dev, yeah. You have your
I mean,
competition,
shit,
you can
Remember
summon it
that, though? That was
first.
fucking great.
I mean, shit, you're talking to somebody who fucking runs friggin' nightmare
we
mode
saw
solo.
a pentagram in the basement and we both got excited. So we were lighting like alternate candles to see which one of us would end up getting haunted.
If I know
I
everybody's in
think
the
I got
house,
killed.
I know everybody's in the house and I find the music box, I use it instantly.
No.
As soon as
Yeah.
it picks in my hands, it's instantly used.
See, with me, I literally know where each and every cursed object is on each and every map.
You play too much.
Yeah,
So I literally, like, I grabbed the flashlight, grabbed the thermometer, and I'm in the house before anybody else. And I was like, alright, found the cursed object.
I'm never going in the house if I'm
Tarot
playing with
card
Dev.
roulette.
Tarot card roulette, fuck yes, let's go.
I'll just watch the
Wait.
cameras while you guys are doing it. Screw that.
Yeah, we played the Phasmo. I always get drug in there because comedic relief gets brought in to ease the tension of the scary game.
Well, yeah, he's the one that either dies first or
Yeah.
lasts long enough to get funny hits, you know?
Well, I
Yeah.
think
See-
Necri kind of needs you there to ease the tension. a bit.
Necri and Hondo both about shit their
Yeah.
pants. They looked at the house
That was
wrong.
hilarious, and I'm so glad I got Necri to give me the VOD for it.
That were you? Did you see the Devour stream I did in VR where I was starting to break that game too, where I figured out you can look through the walls and
No.
tase the creature with the fucking flashlight through the walls.
Just
Nice.
tase the creature.
We were playing the one. Devour is kind of like another party game. You're supposed to collect the eggs or collect these items, and you sacrifice them to get rid of the
You
creature.
go collect a bunch of goats.
So in the one we were doing, it was the spider lady, so she was puking up eggs, and she was blinded by the flashlight.
Okay.
At the start, of course, I'm in VR, so I hugged her immediately as soon as I seen her.
Boss.
Of course.
There's a spot on the map where you can stand up a washing machine, and you don't get touched by her. She can't get to you. But I also figured out if you lean through the wall just right at the VR headset, you can stick your hand through the wall and blind her with the flashlight through the walls.
Bach.
I mean-
Yes, the legendary strat, sitting in the corner of a washing room, aka Devour.
It's such an awful fucking time. We got so bored.
That sounds boring as fuck, I'm not gonna lie. If you guys were in there
Yeah.
together, that's the thing, like, if you're with friends, you can probably make it funny.
By yourself, it would have been awful.
Yeah. It's the same mentality. I think it was like from Angry Joe. It's like, this game is only fun if I have like my 3 friends, but if you're playing this after paying $90 or whatever it is, why would you want to? It's so boring. And like,
Yeah.
I find like for most horror games, that's what it is for me. It's like, I don't like this. I can't get into it because I can't get immersed in it. I think it's because my dad watched so many of them when I was a kid that I'm just numb to it at this point.
Depends on the horror. A lot of modern horror tends to try and lean on
Jump scare.
spooks and stuff, jump scares. Yeah,
Which
and it's
isn't
just like,
actually
what do I do
scary.
with
It's
this?
just like it's just a quick effect. You're not really actually scared of anything.
Like, I've been more terrified of Lethal Company. I find the only thing I'm scared of in Phasmophobia is losing fucking money, which is not what the game is meant to be.
Bach has a message for you there, John.
Queenie sends her regards. He's got a DM of a special little PNG.
There you go.
Ooh.
I mean,
Aha!
let's face it, I was pissed off with the new overhaul they did.
I haven't played it since the new
Yeah.
overhaul.
Considering I had like 99 of each item.
Yeah.
Didn't like to begin with, you had so much money and you had every single item maxed out.
Yes.
And then they reset it so you got it all back.
They didn't even give you the fucking money back.
No, they just
Nope.
reset it, gave you a badge, and here you go. And the
Yeah.
items are unreasonably priced. I every time I do play Phasmo now, if I do play it, since I play in VR, I forego the flashlight entirely because the starting flashlight, I can piss light farther than that flashlight can shine. I use the night vision on the shitty video camera because I can hold it up to
Yeah.
my face, and it's actually better for fucking seeing than trying to use that flashlight.
Wait, you mean you actually used the flashlight?
I tried once and I gave up. I use the night vision on the camera now. I'll turn the night vision on and hold it up to my face in VR.
Bruh.
What do you mean the flashlight is as good as those telemarketing ones, says Bach.
I never
Sure.
use the flashlight.
Fuck, like I said, I can piss light farther faster than fucking
Piss light.
flashlight.
I hope you
Piss light.
faster. It doesn't really
I-
move.
I swear to God, I can have a lighter in real life and show more light in the fucking game than that flashlight gives you. It's awful. And then you guys want to do the prison map, but it's like, you will never fucking win.
Pissing
We'll never get
contest, let's
anywhere.
go, Bach says.
Heyo.
Fuck you, Baltimore!
While we're at it. No
You
fucking.
can piss 6 feet straight up! No, fuck.
What?
I forgot I put the knife on to do that.
You can piss
fuck.
6 feet straight up without getting wet. You'll have nobody down.
Oh yeah, I forgot the one time the devil broke my Nightbot, then fixed it, and now it curses at us.
Yeah.
It's fixed. It's better. I'm lurking in your wall.
Yeah, it's a really creepy ass Nightbot. It also hates you.
That's awful. That's awesome.
See, me is always here lurking. It's fucked up. And Devil knows I don't know how to fix that, so it's just gonna stay there forever.
It's just permanently.
Devil knows I can't do anything about it, so I don't know how to do it. I'm pretty useless at it. So it's just a creepy ass Nightbot there forever. And when you hit say the right things, it'll tell you things.
Me too, Wall Cuddles, let's go.
Hey,
I've drug Bach through too much shit. He's just
Oh
he's
no.
got 1,000-yard stare. So I drug both Shuffle and Bach through we did the campaign of Afraid of Monsters because we're working on trying to get into Cry of Fear, the co-op campaign. So I drug him through that awful fucking campaign and beat the shit out of fucking
Thank you for the follows,
zombies
guys.
in wheelchairs.
Thank you for the follow,
Yes,
Shuffle
follow
Bot,
Mike.
and
Not the wheelchair moment.
Not the
It's a
wheelchair.
clip. It's a clip of Shuffle. Yeah, I beat the shit out of the person in the wheelchair with a hammer.
We don't talk about that. It sounds like I want to talk about that, actually. Thank you,
we
Posse
always
Rider.
want to talk about it.
So because I'm
you
from
beat a
the
crippled
old
person, is
internet.
what you're saying.
Yes.
It's a crippled zombie.
Oh, well, that makes it better. They don't,
Oh, where's the gorilla?
zombies don't have feelings, it's fine.
That's
Yeah,
not
we're really
true.
airing all the fucking laundry here.
Bold
Zombies
words from
totally
Gorilla
have
Landmine
feelings.
guy.
They
Gorilla
have feeling
landmine.
when your brain goes down their throat.
So,
All right.
do you think that zombie had feelings, John, when you did that to him?
Not anymore. It's dead.
And yes, give John a follow, guys, if you guys haven't already.
Yes. Do that thing.
Hopefully Dev did.
Yeah, I'm from the old.
You know I did.
Okay.
The old internet days. I like playing the old Source Engine mods. So
Were
just-
you also a RuneScape guy?
Yes, actually. Let's look at my RuneScape account from 2005.
I was gonna say,
This is going like the last interview. It's like all the similar stuff. It's like
I
the same
still
age
have-
range.
I still have the Blurite sword. Because back when I played Jet, you could still drop the Blurite sword and build yourself another one. You can keep a second Blurite sword for yourself. You put it in the bank. I still have a fucking Blurite sword. You cannot get them anymore because when you drop
No.
them, they get destroyed.
That's fair. I mean,
Yeah, I had an ancient fucking
destruction's
account.
fun sometimes, though.
Yeah, but not when I want to keep the item that's unique.
No, probably not. I found that I blew up a lot of things I wanted in like Baldur's Gate, for example. I blew up a lot of things I didn't know I wanted, and then I found out I needed it and wanted it.
Making John play Baldur's
Yeah.
Gate next week.
I'm gonna be the
Yes!
my
God.
character's gonna be
Me,
a great
John,
job.
and Quasar.
I'm gonna try and brute force my way around everything. If there's a puzzle, we're brute forcing it.
Yeah,
That's fine. I
play
do
with-
that anyway.
I play with Lux, and I tell her nothing. If she doesn't know the story, I let her figure it out on her own because I already played enough of it that I know what's going to happen. But she hasn't gotten deep enough yet, and I was like, no, I'll let you play it. I'll sit as your silent ranger in the background watching you.
sit.
Shadowheart broke my last run. And I was so annoyed.
Damn.
She wouldn't let me go past the place without killing her, so she broke my run.
What?
I'll tell you later.
Oh my god. How do you
fixed
find
it.
ways like this? Every
I
time.
fixed it.
How do you not?
The fact that Devil and I gravitated towards each other is amazing. It's like
How
we
did
both
you
like
guys
fucking
first
games?
how did you guys first get together and like play games and stuff?
Devil showed up at stream one day and then just kind of hung out and chat, and that's how
Well,
everybody
I was
ends up where we're
already
at.
hanging out with Necri and Solus. Like, I was hanging out with Solus, then I met Necri through Solus, and then I met Buck, John, and Shuffle, I think, are all around the same time. I met Hondar before then.
My condolences, Mr. Pondering Ass.
John, he was the only one that was, like, sat just laughing at everyone else in the Phasmophobia stream. So I was sat in his just telling him that I was the one scaring the shit out of Hondo and Necri.
Oh yeah, they're shit their pants. And I'm over there fucking dancing in the living room in VR, just unfazed. I once called a ghost a cunt so much in Phasmo that it haunted me twice in a row. I kept chasing me and I kept yelling at it.
I forgot that they get very upset with you.
Yeah, if you swear at them, they'll get upset.
Oh yeah, they really don't like being called a cunt when they're chasing you.
They also
So
don't
it's
like when you
hot
run at
and
them
hot.
and throw the flashlight. They don't like that either.
I don't like a lot of things when you do
No,
them.
they don't. To be fair, most beings that don't know me don't like me, Dev.
Yeah, to be fair, I think most everything wouldn't like flashlights being thrown at them. That seems to be a
If I threw a flashlight at you, Dev,
dislike.
if I met you in person for the first time through a flashlight, you wouldn't like it very much.
You never know. That might be a thing.
You might be into it.
Exactly.
Universal dislike.
Boston's a fucked up place.
We don't kink shame here, bro.
Boston is a fucked up place is what I'm learning today.
Wait, you're just figuring that out after knowing me how long?
I already knew the Wahlbergs exist, so...
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Hey now, whoa. Don't insult our national bird.
Hey, the other one was a new kid on the block, alright?
Just
That's
a
what I
new
was
kid.
talking about.
Oh,
Just
Jesus.
one new kid.
He's one new kid, but he's actually more like a middle-aged kid now. Middle-aged kid
so it's
on the
like
block, got a bunch of hits.
So what
You
you're
know
telling
what,
me is
man?
it's like Korn, where they're angsty teenagers in their 30s.
Yeah, and they tried to
know
do
what, man?
dubstep.
We were all new kids once. And we've all been spanked by a doctor.
Pardon?
At what age?
Wrong.
Yeah. I'm with someone right now in medical. You don't know how long she gets spanked or not. Good thing she doesn't watch anything I do online. Ever.
Yeah, good thing.
I purposely find people that have no interest in what I'm doing online.
See, I go one step up from that. I find people that have no interest in me.
Damn.
See, I get that right about half the time.
I've been getting that for 10 years, bud. It never stops.
Never stops.
People hang out with me for about a month or two and then leave.
The nerd world
Somehow-
really is a sad place sometimes.
Somehow, the Yeti crew stuck around.
I mean, you could have left at any
Yeah.
point. I brought you in as an official member of
I
the
couldn't
group.
find the door.
It's true.
Yeah, I can't find the door even, to be fair.
You two and Yuri, we just adopted in, so...
Yeah.
One of those people just started showing up. That's how our ragtag group
That's
showed up,
pretty
too.
much what happened. We started finding
Started-
people
Well-
and they never left.
Yeah.
They showed up to me. I didn't find
Yeah, we
them.
did.
They not knowing what it was. And they'll
That's,
They got me to
see-
affiliate and they kidnapped me.
That's
Yeah.
we got Bach to affiliate. Then Bach and I started streaming. Bach somehow drug in Shuffle, and then from there we ended up with like Neckery, you, and Insanity, and all these other people that fucking join us in the voice calls or whatever else.
Yeah,
And it's
Now you get like 50 people in one voice call.
yeah, it's crazy.
Jesus Christ. I could
It's
not
We got
do
enough-
many
that.
people.
We got enough people.
It's
We could
not
have
actually.
14 players in a fucking Lethal Company lobby.
Yeah.
You know what? We did
Oh,
that for
fuck,
the
Discord.
freaking... Oh my god. What's that Squid Game knockoff game? We had a bunch of us in there.
Crab
Oh,
game.
crab game.
Yes, we had like
We had
15
a
of
lot,
us
but
in
that
there.
was also like
that was
Sally's group and all that.
That was too much. Like,
It was a lot.
It was too much. I can't.
I
do
don't
it.
know. I get overwhelmed too easily.
Yeah,
Yeah,
D-
that
was-
Dev and I were playing. I think it was Mario Kart, and it was like it got too many voices at that point. It was just too many of us talking at once.
It was
Like-
awful, so we try to limit it to 6 or 7 people.
Like, look, I have enough voices in my head without being in a call with that many people.
And most of them sound like us.
I mean, there's definitely one in there that every so often just goes, "Don't mind the bat boner."
Yeah, that's the me voice in your head.
John hasn't heard any of those clips.
That's probably
Oh,
good.
oh,
He's
what?
uninitiated.
Devil,
So-
how
I'll
could
send
you?
them it.
It's alright.
God.
I have a
I'll
bunch of
send
fucking
it.
inside jokes and shit you guys don't know either. I get
Yeah,
it.
it's totally fine. Part of the inside jokes are the posters behind me. Honestly, the pictures behind me. which are Harley Quinn
you
related.
checking out Harley Quinn?
I don't check her out. She's above my bed, okay?
Above your bed.
So she's above you, huh?
Don't mind what I just sent you, John.
I'm not going to continue that comment, Dev, because I know where it's going.
My lawyer advises me I shouldn't continue this.
Yeah. My lawyer, known as myself, is not doing this. I said, self, don't go in there. What was the earliest game you can remember playing, John?
Other than Minecraft?
Yeah.
Or are you talking
early,
on stream or like
as a kid? Like
What's the first game you played?
Yeah.
Ever.
Like what's your earliest memory you can
before,
think of?
Before you were a fart in the jar.
Yeah. Back when you're in someone's ass still.
Still someone's ass.
Before you were farted out.
Before you were in...
I want to say it was Super Mario on the NES, the copy I still have.
I was gonna say, before you decided to fart so hard, you ended up farting your soul out of your body.
Before I made the poor choice of making content on the internet.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
NES would be my first console, so I think it would be like Super Mario. Or,
yeah, that's good.
Yeah, Super Mario on the NES, and then from there, it would have been GoldenEye 007 on the 64.
Oh, GoldenEye, yes.
Hold on.
That old.
Who is your character that you picked in the multiplayer stuff?
We only played it once because I was awful at it because I was very young, and I picked Jaws because I liked his shiny teeth.
Fair enough.
I didn't know fuck all about James Bond at that point, other than the one single Pierce Brosnan movie, and that was it.
To be
So
fair,
I'm like,
the newer ones
who
are
the
more
fuck
action
are all
filmy.
these people?
I was gonna say.
Who do you know James Bond now? Because I'm not sure I know too much at this point. James Bond.
I've only ever seen the one newest James Bond, and that was with
Daniel Craig.
Yeah, Daniel Craig, and it was the one where him and the other guy were having the race across the ice, and they're staying in this hotel. That was like the only one I remember. Because the guy was like completely filled with diamonds because the diamond exploded and like embedded in his skin. And instead of having them removed, he just became evil.
Dude, you can just
really
be
hard
rich.
choice there.
I mean,
be rich and scarred and fix the scars because I'm rich, or just be
evil
fucking
and kill
evil
the
by default.
diamonds.
I was gonna say, I mean, you're covered in fucking diamonds. You kind of gotta be evil.
He was.
He's not Emma Frost, goddammit.
What
Like
the
it's
fuck
not.
does that mean Scaramanga was evil because he had 3 nipples or what?
Exactly.
That's like the guy. That's like the Fez guy from Austin Powers. Like he has a Fez. He has to be evil. Like,
I mean, okay, look here, look.
that's
just
the
look at
90s
Mike.
action movie. It had a
Just
Fez.
look at Mike, okay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's Canadian and has cat ear headphones.
That
He's
means
clearly evil.
No, that means we're the good guys. Canadians are never depicted as evil in movies.
Hold on.
We're treated as hapless fucks in movies most of the time.
Mike, do you play hockey?
No.
Okay, Mike can't be evil. He's got no violent bones in his body.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the only violent Canadians play hockey.
That's actually not inaccurate. Letterkenny teaches you that. Those accents are pretty accurate too. Mine's not nearly as thick, but they do exist.
Yes, they do.
They do. My friend Jeff is one of them.
I'm over here in the Midwest, so we got the redneck Canada. Here, so.
You're like the Americanized Canada.
Oh yeah, you get the people that are rocking around like this, eh? Oh, let's go down and get some stuff there from the gas station, eh? Oh,
I actually came into John's stream for the first time, and he was doing that voice, and I thought he was one of us.
Oh.
I thought he was one of us.
I love he gets that a lot.
The Frank voice.
Are you Canadian? Are you one of us?
No, I'm American.
Damn it.
Close enough to the border that I get a lot of it.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
We get the redneck Canadians down here buying cigarettes and booze and taking it back over the border, so you get to communicate with a lot of Canadians.
Yeah, Canadians at least go back to their parents when they buy cigarettes. Go back to the kids when they buy cigarettes, you know?
Well, yeah, because it's either stay in America or go back to free healthcare.
Yeah.
It depends. If you're like in Thunder Bay, Ontario, you're probably better off in the States at that point. Your closest hospital is an hour and a half away. You're better off in the U.S.
God, that sounds like here.
I would say you're that much better off in the US.
No, probably not. You're
Definitely not.
You're better off waiting in line, dying at the hospital in Canada than you are like in the U.S.
Well, yeah, because if you wait in line to die in Canada, at least you don't have to pay for the healthcare. In America, you wait in line, die, and still got to pay bills.
The government will pay for your burial because they didn't get to you in time. Like
in America, they just throw you in a hole and go, well, your next of kin's got to pay $10,000 for us to throw you in this hole.
Our problem is a doctor shortage. America's problem is that they pay for it.
We also have doctor shortages too, though, as well.
That's that. Yeah, the high population, not enough doctors. Oh.
We got the double whammy of nobody wants to be a doctor or nurses, and we got to pay for it.
Yeah, that's awful. It doesn't help that like the population grows so quickly in North America. It's ridiculous.
Oh,
like
it depends on where you're at too. If you're in one of the flyover states like I am, there is no population growth. It's population sustainment or population slip, and then it's we got nobody that wants to work these jobs. Yeah, because you only have 15,000 people in this fucking city, and there's 45,000 jobs that are open. No shit, you can't fill them all.
Yeah, it's true. And like, whereas my problem is like kind of the opposite. We're in the GTA, so we're in a giant metro area near Toronto, so everyone always comes here. They just stay here, so it just keeps growing and growing. But the rest of Canada just is desolate. Like 80% of us live in one horseshoe area in Ontario.
Hey, you guys all live under the, what the hell is the parallel that runs along, like, the western half of the U.S.?
Yes, I know what you mean.
Most of Canada's population is under that fucking parallel.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, I wouldn't want to go live in the fucking Yukon of Alaska anyway.
No.
I wouldn't live there anyway. It'd be 10 minutes of dead.
The province of Ontario is, like, the size of most of Europe, and nobody lives in most of it in our country.
Yeah.
It took me 20 hours to get 3/4 of the way from where I am. It's a long way to go. That's another problem too. Is like, it's just the distance of getting food would be ridiculous. That's why we just stay in one area.
Yeah, no, I feel that we got a lot of farming communities around here, and the only thing that keeps the city alive is the fact there's a grocery store. But once that grocery store leaves, the city just dissipates.
That's
There's always driving 3 hours to get food.
Sad. If a grocery store, the essential thing, closes down, we're all dead.
Yeah, to make a city, you don't need a post office in my state no more. You need a grocery store or a bar or both. If you have both, you're one of the bigger cities.
Jesus Christ. Honestly, yeah, that's pretty much most Canadian places.
There's a town here that they got a big ass gas station along the interstate. And then there's like 8 houses, and that's it. It's like the entire fucking city. It's just a gas station. And I swear to God, the population there only works at that gas station.
They own it, they run it. It's 4 generations of that family running it. Like,
you know what? You're probably not wrong.
Every time they have a new generation, they just make another house.
Those are always the ones you walk into as well, and it's like the gas stations from like 1975, and it still feels like, smells and tastes like 1975 in the fucking gas station.
The one customer that comes by, they capture them so they can marry them. Like,
just a call down back. The BP oil call behind the gas station.
Yeah. So what would you say are some of your favorite games of all time that you ever play? You always go back to them no matter what. Not necessarily streaming them, but you always play them.
Oblivion has to be on that list somewhere. Mainly because it's so broken and janky. And
it's
the
true.
Mods you can do. Oh,
The people that believe Oblivion is better than some of the other ones, I'm like, do you guys remember how broken that shit was? Like, you think Skyrim was broken? Woohoo!
Skyrim's boring compared to Oblivion. Oblivion
in terms of glitches, yes.
Not even that. Like so Oblivion was the first time Bethesda had done a Radiant AI. It's the biggest thing that Bethesda. It was the only time Bethesda has ever actually developed something that made them stand out, and they never did it again. So the Radiant AI actually has a set schedule. They wake up at a certain time, they eat through the day. They have a breakfast, lunch, and dinner schedule.
Mm.
They have a market schedule where they go buy stuff at the market, or they search out food, or they go to a certain place, and you can use that against them. You can get a poisoned apple in the game. It's an actual existing item in the game. You can duplicate it. And you can kill an entire fucking tavern of people by removing every single ounce of food inside the tavern and dropping this because it counts as a food item. And the AI will pick it up and eat it, thinking it's a food item, and then just tip over dead. And if they're important NPCs, they will continue to do this until they run out of that food item. There is a character in...
That's fucked up!
What fucking town is it? I can't remember which town it is, but there's a character called City Swimmer, who is the master sneak trainer. And half the people who played Oblivion have never been able to find City Swimmer, because City Swimmer is basically killed the minute the game starts. Because her schedule goes, wake up, eat. But since she's a sneaky thief character, she's bad orientation. If she doesn't have food, she will steal it. So she'll steal in front of the guards. The guards can't put NPCs in prison because they couldn't figure it out. So the guards just murder her on the spot. So the master sneak trainer is broken because of the Radiant AI.
So like that shit, they have to bring some of that back because that's hilarious.
Oh, it's if Skyrim had more of the Radiant AI, it'd be amazing. But
Elder Scrolls 6 better bring some of that brokenness in.
I see Elder Scrolls 6 being just as bad as fucking Starbound. Like, Bethesda has not been able to bring a good, proper game like Oblivion or Morrowind. I fucking love Morrowind.
I feel like Starfield still has potential though, because it's gonna take time to get that massive a game to do more things. I think they just get too ahead of themselves on it instead of like keeping it simpler. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to get too big when they don't have to.
So Starbound's not gonna have the staying power like Skyrim and Oblivion have. Because the modders have already given up on it. A bunch of the big name modders have just given up on Starbound entirely.
Really?
So there will not be a lot of mods made for Starbound like Oblivion and Skyrim, where you basically make the Mario Kingdom in fucking Skyrim.
Skyrim was great for that shit. It was awesome.
Yeah, but Starbound's not going to have that. So Starbound's not going to stick around. It's going to have the same presence as Fallout 76, where it exists and people know about it, but I'm not spending fucking $30 on a game that can't figure out if people exist in the world or don't exist in the world. Because
it may have just been one of those things where like it was too ambitious in its size, and they should have just kept it to like a certain amount and then made it good that way.
So I think the biggest problem that Bethesda has right now is Todd Howard's fucking mouth. Todd Howard is this generation's Peter Molyneux.
That's true.
If you're familiar with who Peter Molyneux is, and you hear me say that, yeah, it makes sense now that I say that out loud.
Yeah, it does. The Fable series. And the thing is, too, it also didn't help that like it changed hands in ownership halfway through development too.
Yeah.
Like, and that always screws up games when you like change hands because they always want to bring in their own people. They look at it, things get overlooked. Like it happens all the time when they change hands like that.
A lot of the retcon stuff in the Fallout series is an issue for people that like the old lore, the old game, and versus the new games. Because Bethesda took the game, and instead of having it the funny, weird wasteland simulator where you can do whatever the fuck you want, Bethesda went, what if it's weird, dirty, and gritty, and your dad dies because nuclear water?
Yeah, I mean, all right.
3 was so fucking cool. To those who played after the Broken Steel DLC, praise Jesus, because the original ending to Fallout 3 was awful.
It was so silly.
I've got this guy who is immune to radiation and has established that he's immune to radiation.
Yeah.
But if I make him go in there to push 2 buttons, I get max negative karma, and I still die because everybody melts in the fucking building.
It's so stupid. Why would that be the case?
Yeah, they established
he's impervious to it.
Yes, they established that in the fucking game.
Yeah.
In the vault you meet him at.
That's why people that hate Fallout 4 more than that, I'm like, you are full of shit. Fallout 3's ending is way worse.
The reason why Fallout 4 and Skyrim get so much hate is just how boring they are.
They definitely can be. I think Skyrim there is fun to be had in there, but Fallout 4, it kind of just falls off towards the end because it kind of like rushes the finish of it somehow.
And then everything always leads back to the fucking to the Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Or not Brotherhood, the
To the Underground
Minutemen.
or whatever. Yeah. To the Minutemen, yeah.
Everything leads back to the Minutemen. We don't have Fallout New Vegas was the closest thing we have to a 3D original style Fallout because it was developed by Obsidian Studios, who is old members of Interplay, the original creators of Fallout, which is why New Vegas is so beloved, is the writing is so much different. That, and you can beat the game by pretty much getting rid of every other fucking faction if you just decide you don't like them. You know,
Yeah.
fuck you. Caesar, get the fuck out of here. Also you.
That's also
get
why
the
I like.
fuck out of here.
That's also why I like Outer Worlds. They take a goofier angle on it, but like you can just say fuck you to all of them,
Yeah.
and the game ends a different way.
Outer Worlds is. I am impressed by that game.
They are so funny. They the self-deprecating humor in this in the trailer for the new game. Have you seen that one?
I haven't seen the new trailer.
None of
yet.
these scenes will ever be in the game, but it looks cool, doesn't it?
I watched a friend of mine play Outer Worlds, and did you know you can start murdering at the start of the game?
Yep.
And murder until you beat the game. You don't. You can murder every single NPC you come across.
There's no such
and
thing as
still
NPCs,
beat
and
that
you can
game.
kill them anyway.
Yes. He murdered his way to the end of that fucking game.
can.
Didn't speak to anybody, just murdered
And
everybody.
some of the guns are like OP as fuck, so you can just like blast through easily.
Yeah.
And you can get a companion that's like literally an impervious robot
Yeah.
that'll just slaughter them for you. So it's they're bad guys, okay, and he starts like it's so great. It's fucking great.
That is how you know a game is written well, when you can kill every single NPC you come across.
And there's no
and the game
consequences for your
still
actions,
functions.
really.
Yeah, the game still functions. Fuck. Skyrim breaks if you go into a cavern that you're supposed to be a mission cavern before the fucking mission starts.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
I think John Lewis in Baldur's Gate is going to be interesting.
Oh, it's gonna be a fucking
I
mess.
think, but I think John will respect it. It's not a AAA title trying to be something it's not, and they did
Yeah.
it really well. That's the thing. Outer Worlds is not done by a AAA studio. It's done by a studio that took passion and pride in what they did. And it's the same with Baldur's Gate. That's why everyone should be. That's why AAA titles should be afraid of Baldur's Gate, because they took time to make something they're proud of.
It's so many actors.
And so many great actors that made it so good. Neil Newman won Voice Actor of the Year.
243, something like that, yeah.
Well, look at No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is the closest thing to competition that Starbound has, and No Man's Sky blows Starbound out of the fucking water. And Bethesda is a AAA company backed by Microsoft, and was blown away by 6 guys in a fucking building in... Where the hell are they at? Like Sweden or Finland or some shit?
And whose initial release was also not very heavily liked.
Yep, but they buckled down and fucking built a game that is
Yep.
above and beyond.
Yep.
I'm just sad the VR doesn't work for streaming.
And the thing is, like, and the other thing with the Baldur's Gate creators, they're like, no, we don't need these random packs you have to pay for in this. You paid for the game, you're getting everything else in it.
Yeah.
What a
Watching
weird
the
concept
game.
nowadays. You're actually
Right?
getting the game. Thank you for the hydrate, and I saw that, Dev. So I'll ask the next question like that, I guess. Oh my god. So John, is there a game that you were disappointed in? It had so much hype behind it, and you played it, and it sucked. Where are the drugs, huh? Where is it all hiding?
Ooh. Is it cheating if I count Duke Nukem Forever?
No, absolutely
No.
not. Because that one is 100% one of them.
Oh, that is such off. I'm trying to.
It
I
wouldn't
could
be
beat
cheating
it.
if you said this podcast.
I could.
Wow.
I've owned Duke Nukem Forever for years. It was like one of the first titles I bought on Steam. And the only thing that I still miss about the game is the fact you can pick up turds and throw them around. It's the only part I remember, the only part I miss about that fucking game. Otherwise, nothing else stands out to me.
It's a pretty good feature, I'm not gonna lie.
Listen, throwing turds at your enemies is fucking hilarious.
It's
More games should implement this.
It's better than like and then like Rust when you fall asleep and your friends put poop in your fucking inventory and just cover your entire inventory of just shit.
Oh,
Yeti.
I tried to play
I was about
Rust.
to say, yeah, that sounds like Yeti.
Rust.
Let's put it
and...
this way, Devil. Most things that Mike say when it involves
About
a game
Rust.
are gonna be
Yeti did it to
damn
me.
it, Yeti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rust and Sea of Thieves both suffer from the exact same thing, and it's the fucking player base.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
the fact you have to be online for both these games to
I
experience
mean, you
the whole
don't
game.
have to be online anymore for, well, to experience the whole game, yeah.
To experience the whole game, you have to be online for both. Because Rust, you can set up a private server, and I have done that, and I love the way the game plays, the crafting, everything else. It's beautiful, but the player base is so ass.
Oh yeah.
The
It's
Sea of
so
Thieves has
toxic.
its own servers now.
The last time I played Sea of Thieves, I walked out of the starting tavern when you first spawn in, was shot by a fucking cannon because the guy had zeroed in a cannon on
Sounds
the
like
fucking
Yeti
door,
did it. I don't
and
know.
I just went, "Yeah, I'm done." Logged out of the game, uninstalled, and have
Done.
not played it in like 6 years. Rust is the same way. I haven't played that since 2014.
I mean,
I walk out of my house to realize somebody had built another house attached to the front of my house in a server, so I couldn't do anything. So as soon as I stepped out of my house, I couldn't fucking do anything. I was stuck in my house. And I quit playing. I was like, what? Why?
Honestly.
okay, but see,
purpose.
here's the thing with Sea of Thieves.
Okay.
There are so many fun ways to break it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like,
I love.
Death has done many of them.
I love.
I was gonna say,
sailing
I
and
have done
everything
many
else.
of them.
I played Sea of Thieves. I fucking love the game. I hate the fucking player base. I
Okay.
cannot stand the player
John.
base.
You don't
John,
have to be online anymore.
Yeah, if I may consider playing
know-
it again now that you don't be online anymore.
you know how, like, when you get the high rank with each guild or whatever, you get the special song to unlock the
Alright,
floor in the
Legend.
tavern?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, me and 3 of my friends,
Uh-oh.
we ended up somehow flipping over a galleon to the point that the mast went through the world. There is a clip of it somewhere.
There is,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know that clip.
I know it too.
And
Grab
we
it.
literally swim through the bottom of the island into where you go for Pirate Legend.
God.
And then there's a few clips of me putting a rowboat into the tavern.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
love that shit. We would drag the little rowboat all over the place. We found one with a harpoon. You could drag that wherever you wanted.
Yep.
So we'd go treasure hunting 2 or 3 deep in a fucking rowboat, dragging this thing across islands while one of us plays the fucking accordion. So you show up to see these 3 dipshits treasure hunting in a fucking rowboat. Like I love that stuff. But
These 3
when I can't
dipshits.
make it, when I can't make it to my fucking boat, where I can't even fucking defend myself because some fuckwit is sitting outside blowing every single fucking player away, that's no longer fun.
That's
like,
that's what I feel too, John, honestly. And like for me, it's like
Yeah.
I started my online tenure with 2 games that are so toxic. I don't know why I'm even friends with Yeti. We started off as Among Us players. I wasn't streaming
Oh
at the time.
God.
Yep, I started off as an Among Us player. That went badly. We don't talk to a few of those people now because of that. And Rust.
Oh yeah.
So the fact that I'm still online at all is incredible. I didn't even start streaming at the time. I was just the admin that participated in the games. And I still decided, yep, I'm going to stream myself after experiencing that.
Oh.
This is actually probably
Yeah.
why I started mostly solo streams. Because I was like, no.
It put you off of playing Goose Goose Duck for a while as well.
I didn't win a single game of Goose Goose Duck for the first 30 fucking hours of that game. Didn't win a single goddamn round. And I win
That's 'cause
one.
you only played with Yeti.
I win one, and I got clipped, and I was proud of myself, damn it. And then I never won again. That
Back
was
when I
it.
streamed
I haven't really
2014,
played it much.
a friend of mine really liked to play the other toxic version of that, Town of Salem.
Oh, God.
Oh, you want to talk about a
Yeah.
fucking
Kind
shit
of
show?
Salem 2. I don't know if it's toxic stuff.
I have not played since 2014 because I prefer to not be around that player base.
That's Fair.
But no, there is the second one. I don't know if that's toxic. Still. I have played it.
I haven't played since 2014. I'd rather not. I want to be around the player.
So would you say it's like one of the main things that ruins like games in general is just the toxicity of things?
Yes.
Like
People,
the game
people
can be
ruin
ass.
everything.
I was
game
gonna say,
can be
have you
complete
not
fucking
met
ass.
people, Mike?
No, I know. I'm trying to make a conversation. Damn, it's a show.
He's asking questions. He's doing his thing as a podcast host. I get him.
And I'm doing my thing.
And
That
yes,
is true.
Fucker.
I find you can have a complete ass game. Just the most awful
You're the one
fucking
that brought me
game
back, Mike.
ever. And if the player base is fun, you will still have a game. Like, look
That's
at
true.
fucking old school RuneScape. Old school RuneScape aged like mayonnaise. Your character's like 14 pixels. Because the player base is still decent, you still have a decent fucking game. You can go into and enjoy.
It's like mayonnaise.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how that works at all.
That's exactly how that works.
Exactly.
No, you're on about.
The picture you're having in your head is exactly what I want you to see. Or, like, you can have... I'm trying to think of other really awful fucking games that I've played that are online that are just terrible, but...
GTA 5.
No, GTA 5 is the
No,
opposite.
that
No,
still has a bad player
Yeah,
base.
it has kind of a it does.
Early GTA 5, back when I played, because I played on the OG release, that was a lot of fun.
I'm trying to think
Well,
of
the
one that's
player
like
base
like,
sucked.
I was trying to think of like a game that's like at least mediocre but has a good fan base that's like dedicated to it. I don't
Paladins.
know. Paladins
Like,
does have a
Half-Life-
lot of like I haven't experienced too much toxicity on that, to be honest.
I'm trying to
I
think of like some
mostly
really...
experience
Same like Knockout City. It gets sweaty, but no one's really like aggressive.
Yeah.
I miss Knockout City.
Or like even Stardew, like when you play with friends and stuff like that, it's so chill. And like the
I just have
fans,
to ask people.
And, like,
if I can
Unless,
play
of
the
course,
game
you're
or
trying to
not.
hurt a Yeti.
it's true. And like the fans of that game are just like they're just the most chill people. Like they all want
Yeah.
to farm together. Like,
Yeah, you can have these mediocre, just half-assed games, but as long as the player base is good, that is what makes the games.
that's the point of games.
Yeah.
Like we don't need the big, extravagant, beautiful games if you can't deliver the substance.
Here, Stalker. Stalker series. There is still a player base. This game that is from, Christ, when the hell was that? Like 2005, 2006. And the player
Yeah.
base is still active and decent. They have guides and all this different stuff. You can still play Stalker
Same with Quake.
on modern hardware, and people love it. Quake.
You can
Yeah,
still
all
play
these
Quake.
old fucking games that really should not be still alive.
A Bethesda series that's actually still going is Quake. They haven't made
Quake
an actual game that anyone cares about since the early 2000s.
Quake and Fallout New Vegas both
Yeah.
have good player bases.
Yeah.
You still have modern mods being made for Fallout New Vegas yet, and mods that are over 10 years old still being updated by the mod developers.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah. And that's what we appreciate as gamers, and I think people. I hope we're starting to see that happen more, especially with games like Baldur's Gate breaking that mold.
Yeah.
Where there's like passion projects work out, or even the guys from like Cyberpunk, they realized it didn't work out when they first released it,
Yeah.
but then they really dedicated their time and fixed it because it's a company that we know can do that.
Yep.
CD Projekt Red is known to make it better if they need to, and they will.
And they're focusing
And
on
they
doing it. It isn't just
did.
giving up on it.
Yeah, they don't just give up on it. Rockstar takes like 8 years to release one game because they dedicate themselves to make it right the first time.
The issue with Rockstar is not the game dev. Rockstar builds beautiful fucking
Yeah,
games.
yeah.
It's the instant expectation of the online mode making them hand over fist of money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what killed like Bethesda and EA. Once they started making money off those microtransactions and those other little tiny things, the money made more of a difference. I mentioned like Madden. They'll never change Madden because
Oh,
they make
God.
billions of dollars a year off of it.
I see your Madden, I raise you the soccer one.
Yeah, the FIFA series has been doing that for 25
FIFA.
years.
Yep.
And they haven't changed it because they make money off the microtransactions. They don't give a shit. They only work on the online part, and that's all they care about.
And they just update the online part to keep selling shit.
That's it.
That is... Could you imagine how good Red Dead Online could have been if they actually put effort into it?
Oh,
Could you imagine
Yeah.
how much a fucking Red Dead Redemption 2 Undead Nightmare mod could have fucking
Oh
made,
my
or
God,
Undead
yes.
Nightmare
Yeah.
DLC.
Oh my god.
And instead they fucked off, ruined the online portion by not having
Even the
any
regular
work on
game
it.
doesn't work properly anymore.
No.
They've given up on the updates, so it just falls apart. So if you have a digital copy, it's broken.
I hate.
Until you mod it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had to get rid of their fucking launcher. I don't know if you ever noticed that Rockstar's launcher just disappeared.
Yeah.
Rockstar's
gone.
launcher for many fucking years had an exploit in it where you could get the other player's code, even in a single player match, and Rockstar, even though you're not allowed to join or hack or do any of this stuff, there was speedrunners that had people joining in on their single player speedrun sessions and fucking with them. Because hackers could do this, or they would disconnect them from the Rockstar servers, or ban them from the Rockstar servers. Just through the fucking launcher, Rockstar took them like 3 years to finally patch that shit out of the fucking game. Because they're too busy on fucking online.
Shufflebot says, I still crave an Undead Nightmare 2, man.
Dude, him and I both. I played the
Doesn't
fuck
say.
out of the first one, and I
doesn't?
miss it.
Yeah, the Red Dead series is obviously the one they don't care about as much, but they know when they know the storyline part makes them the more money than their online part, so they don't give a shit about their online part.
And the online could have been so fucking
I know.
good. Like, that would have been
I think
so
I
much
think their
fun.
problem is that their studio isn't big enough to have two giant servers with GTA and them, so they're just like, we'll pick which one
What
makes
makes
more
us
money.
more money? Yeah.
And that makes sense because the GTA stuff keeps them open, keeps their lights on. I understand it, but it's still disappointing, you know.
And at the same time, too, they're also doing really awesome stuff, like removing half the fucking cars and shit from online to get ready for GTA 6. To try and force people off from GTA 5. It's like, you guys are literally gonna fucking kill your fan base where GTA 6 becomes a thing, and fuck yourselves over, because it will never make the money that GTA 5 made in 14 years.
That's because that's all they had for 14 years.
I don't care
Yes,
if there's no
right.
leading to a sequel for it. Undead Nightmare was so much fun needing a sequel. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Shufflebot. It does. So where do you see your channel going forward? What is the future that you have planned, you think, for your channel?
A bigger jar.
I didn't expect to be
More
here,
farts
honestly.
and more jars.
More farts, more jars.
Bigger jars, more farts.
He's literally gonna just start.
Increase the amount of jars.
I was gonna say he's literally gonna just start taking other people's models and turning them into farts and jars.
Jesus Christ.
John, you should just get the rest of your skeleton, but put them all in jars.
I was just thinking that.
No, I need to do it like Egyptian style, where all the others are nice decorative jars behind me.
They're all just your rest of your skeletons just behind you in jars.
In all honesty, I don't fucking know. Like, I never expected to be here. I originally started, so I've always wanted just to entertain people. I've never come into this as I want to be popular, I want to be this. I just want to be an entertaining bastard on the internet. My original dream was to be a comedian, but I realized to be a comedian, you have to actually be funny. So
No, you gotta be woke. It's 2024, bro.
this would have been the 2000s, man.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
true.
before woke culture even existed.
Yeah, it's true. You would have been 20 years ahead of that. It's fine.
Yeah. So I never did go to be a comedian, but I've always loved entertaining people. So
Yeah.
that's why that's why I started with this. It's entertaining, having fun. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep doing shit. Like, at some point I plan on making a docu because it'll be fucking hilarious. A docu's gonna be a throw pill. And like other shit like that. Like, we're not talking I want to be, I'm gonna put boobs in my character and aim for 1,000 subscribers by the end of the fucking year.
You're not gonna do an ASMR stream with your jar?
Yeah, I'm not gonna do an ASMR stream or whatever other. I'm not gonna go body paint on fucking Twitch. Or
You're not gonna do like
pull it.
implied nude stream?
Pull a tectone and masturbate straight on fucking stream. I'm not gonna
Jesus
do that shit. So you won't find me doing that shit. You won't really
That's
find me
probably
unless
good.
Unless it's a game I'm actually interested in, you won't see me playing a new release game, because unless I have an interest in it, I'm not gonna be out here doing this to just get views.
Yeah.
Because
that's my thing too.
shows up in your content and your fans, actual real fans, that aren't just there to try and date you or whatever else that the kids do nowadays on the internet.
The
kids just trying to date me.
Kids were trying to date you, John.
They want your
18
jar.
plus.
They want to do things to your jar.
But
But it's
yeah,
true.
like,
yeah.
Need that image.
the actual fans, people that are there for your content,
Yeah.
they see and can feel the fact that your content isn't what it should be or where you're at.
That's why I like playing fringe games like Outer Worlds. I played Guardians of the Galaxy, ones that were like not popular because I just enjoyed the games. I didn't care about
Games
anything
you
else.
enjoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jade John speedrun. Any percentage?
All Ryder. You got competition, right? Several people. Guy was already claimed me as a cum jar, so
You got oh god. See, you gotta figure out what the nastiest thing you can do to his jar.
I'll have a docky at some point. So you know, the docky's a real idea. I want to
Putting the hole in the
mean
mean to boner right there.
There is a company that makes. You can put a picture on stuff and you can make like a pillow. And I want to have a throw pillow with my docky because I'm not a full-size person, so it's just a fucking throw pillow docky. Like, I'm here for the fucking memes and having fun.
Appreciate it, Ryder.
I'm not here. I'm not here to make money.
Yeah.
I'm proud of the 3 cents I made last month of advertisement revenue. Like, I'm like, fuck yeah, 3
Thanks,
cents.
Twitch.
Fuck you.
Hell
I can-
yeah.
Fuck you, Twitch, and your shitty ads.
I can
God
book
damn
the
it.
cruise now. Thanks, Twitch.
It's fine. John enables people. It's fine.
Yeah.
He's not John
there is a
unable.
list.
He's John enable.
How many people are on that fucking list? I know it's over that, but
I know I'm not on that list.
you should be. I thought I've done it for you. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
There's a
15, 16,
list
17, 18,
of
19,
people
20.
that John has randomly gave money.
3,
Oh.
30
Like
people
quite a decent
there.
amount of money.
1, 2, 3,
Damn.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40.
I need new gaming chairs.
So far, I've enjoyed.
48, 49,
So far, I have avoided the list.
50 people so far.
I need to get my brakes fixed. Just gonna put that out there. No, I'm kidding.
Damn.
I'd love
It's
to.
fine.
When
It's
I
fine.
have the spending cash, I do tend to go into different creators.
No, that's
I like
cool.
to just
I-
dump a shitload of. And when I say
Yeah.
shitload, we're talking anywhere from 20 to 50 fucking subs on people.
I use all of my Christmas.
Yeah.
I get Christmas bonus at work every year, and I just use that and do a give back every year. I've been doing that for the last 3 years because I don't know what else I'm gonna do with this bonus. I'm fine with
Yeah.
it.
I'm happy, Sharon. So yeah, we got a fucking growing list of people.
I'm not married or have kids, so I don't need the money for anything else. It's just
Same.
me.
Devil, you should be on that list. Hey, Pock, if you're listening, put Devil on the list. If not, I'll yell at you later.
To be fair,
You're
didn't
on the
pay
list.
for my gifts.
I didn't pay for your
mean-
gifts and my gifts.
Yeah, and yours.
Deb's like,
No, I was just gonna say I do have my freaking affiliate anniversary coming up.
oh,
In
here
March.
we go.
And I have my birthday coming up.
Oh, see, John. Now they're putting their hands out for you.
As much as I'd love
No.
to, I'll trade you my credit card debt. You guys can have that.
Hell yeah. I have no doubt I'm gonna keep it that way.
Yeah, it's adulting's tough.
Especially when your AC breaks when it's 105.
Hey, right now I have no health insurance, so
Oh, you damn Americans needing health insurance to survive.
Yeah,
So
I don't need that
sad.
shit.
It's even worse. If you don't have
bad
health
for you
insurance,
guys
you
so
fucking get
much.
fined.
I know.
I was gonna say
Here we can't let you die, even if you're not even from here.
Yeah.
We can't legally let you die. We consider it a moral wrong, so we can't. We have to help you no matter what.
Unless if it's on the medical record to not help you, then
Yeah.
it's
No, see, the trick is you got to be homeless, and they'll let you die. It's fine.
no. Not
It's actually pretty
here.
accurate here nowadays too. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's our provincial
here.
our provincial government. We have our mayor in our small town has purposely placed the homeless people in a tent city outside the prison that the government owns because they closed down the prison but won't let Coburg use it. So They purposely put them there to make the premier be like, hey, can I use this? And it's just growing and growing in size. And it's next to the high school. So they're trying to push the premier to finally change it.
Was it
So they can put them in the...
Ohio?
No.
No. I'm thinking here.
Oh, okay.
The homeless shelter could not accept any more homeless people, so the church next door opened their doors.
Mm-hmm.
The church next door got like $15,000 worth of fines for housing homeless people.
Which is like that... As much as I'm not religious, that seems to be the thing that churches should be doing.
That's the thing that Jesus would do, is open up the doors to help people.
Like, that's exactly what they're
Yes.
there for. Aren't they supposed to serve the community? That's the whole fucking point.
Yeah.
There's a reason why they get
people around.
There's a reason why they don't get taxed. It's for these kind of things. That's what it's supposed to be for.
Yeah.
That's
and
so
it's
dumb. That's so bad.
The actual
They can't afford. Like, some of them are not. Some of them are rinky-dink churches. They can't afford that. Like,
Yeah.
it's not these mega churches that like the guy jet flies around the world. No, some of these are rinky-dink little churches
This is a little church
with one old man running it by himself. Like,
That's the guy who's now suing the city. I
good.
think it was Ohio. I don't remember where the hell it was. But yeah,
It
it was
sounds
like,
like an Ohio
Jesus
thing to do.
It sounds like an Ohio thing.
It'd
It
be
was
either
Midwest here.
it'd be either
'cause it was
Ohio or
happening.
Philadelphia. Like,
It was
Yeah.
Ohio area. I think it was Ohio. This is Midwest area here. It was when we were having, like, God, what was that? A week or two ago, we had like negative
oh
28 Fahrenheit
yes.
outside ambient temp, and then negative 62 wind chill.
Where the KC Chiefs almost died in the cold.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's when the church was opening their fucking doors. Like, no fucking
That's
shit.
exactly what it's supposed to be for. That's so bad.
It's so
Again, I'm not a religious person, but that's literally what the church is there for. Like,
yeah, it's
I personally would not have a problem with that.
yeah, like that's exactly what the whole everything, the messages and everything was preached about, is helping your community. And I can't think of a better way to help your community than keeping a fuckload of people from freezing to death when it's negative 62 Fahrenheit.
Jesus. Well, we're
Fucking
near the
insane.
we're gonna move off the raging. We'll do a couple of final kind of quick fire things. What game have you spent the most time on? Like the most hours you spent on it?
2 games. Oblivion, I think I've got 1,800 hours
Jesus
into.
Christ!
I've been playing it since I still have my original copy of Oblivion when it's still rated T, right before they changed it to the M rating. Like, I've got the OG Oblivion
That
copy.
is old.
Damn.
And then I think my second most played game is My Summer Car, which is an old game I used to stream way back
Okay.
when. I think I've got, let me find it here. F G H J K L M. Oh,
398.
398 hours into that game.
Okay. What is a video game crush if you have one?
I don't have one.
You don't
Donkey
have one.
Kong. Let's go with Donkey Kong.
Donkey
Fuck
Kong.
it.
Hell yeah! I love what he does with his
There you
hands.
go.
I love him in 64 when he just flies away because the game is so broken.
The 64 can turn
You're
into a
right.
69 real quick.
God.
If video games are suddenly gone from the world, what would you be doing instead?
Working on my other hobbies. So I
Yeah.
started as a career mechanic, but then
Oh, that's cool.
realized I can't get paid enough to be alive as a mechanic, so I stopped doing that. But
Fair.
currently building my third project car. Still probably working on that.
What kind of car is it?
71 Dodge Dart.
I knew Dev would want to know that one.
Yeah.
V8, 4-speed. I bought it junkyard. It's 4-door, so it's not one of them cool 2-door hot rods. But I picked it up $500 at the junkyard with a blown up engine. And so I did the V8 swap. I hand rebuilt the 4-speed for it.
Bro.
Bigger rear end, disc brakes, fuel injection.
I had
You got
me,
Dev pumps now.
I had me
Yeah.
a 78 Chevy Nova 4-door.
Ooh.
Alright. Like, out in the garage right now, I've got a 70 Monte Carlo sitting there.
Ah.
Nice.
My stable currently is my lifted 2010 Jetta, 2.5 5-speed, 3.5 inches of lift, and oversized General Grabber truck tires on it. That's my snow machine. And then the Dart is my current project. I just sold the 82 square body Chevy I had. It was a diesel automatic. I completely put it back together, turned around and sold it. I got that for free. And before that, I built a '05 Chevy Impala. It was
Are we listing off our vehicles?
almost enough stuff I built.
This could take a minute.
Yeah, I'm up to like
My
if we're
my
talking about all the
dad
vehicles
my dad
I
right
own,
now is trying to finish his '67 Corvette, candy apple red, black interior. It looks really
was
nice.
powered at 327, 350, 454.
Something like I think it's like a 350. I think he hasn't quite finished that part yet, but it's getting there. And he's got like a '56 Chevy that he's turning into like a hot rod, like just like a rat rod on the outside kind of thing, like looking rusted and rugged on purpose kind of thing.
Is he going for what body style? Is it the 150, 210, or is the Bel Air 56?
It's not a Bel Air. It's not a Bel Air. I know that much.
How much chrome trim is on it? A little bit or none?
Right now, none, because it's pretty beat.
How much would have been on it? There's a little like single stripe of chrome on it.
Oh, I honestly, I'm not the guy that would know that, but I know it's not a Bel Air. I'm not a car person.
I really like the.
I drive on
210s.
Nissan, so I don't know anything.
That's fair.
I drive on Nissan Kicks, which apparently is a grandma car, but I'll have you know that brand didn't exist until 2019, so it can't be a grandma car.
It's the new age grandma car.
I was gonna say.
Shut up.
I used to work in a junkyard. I helped a lot of people do stuff. So one of my most interesting ones I actually helped a guy with he would actually travel. It's like 13 or 14 hours to come talk to me to get parts. And he had a 56 or 57 DeSoto Firedome, which is an exceptionally rare car to begin with. And then finding parts of those fucking things. Because Dodge had multi-brands. So Dodge had Dodge, Plymouth, Chrysler, and DeSoto. And they did share some parts, but DeSoto was a super rare one. They didn't build it for very long. So it was gathering a lot of parts off from Royal Lancer, Dodges, and the Plymouth stuff, and the New Yorkers and shit, to get all these different parts together to build one fender to put on this car. And we were one of the few junkyards that had a bunch of stuff, and I was the guy he trusted to actually come do this shit. To the point that he was coming out to pick up a 440 and a bunch of DeSoto parts from us in a snowstorm. He rolled his fucking pickup with the trailer, called me, because I was waiting for him at the yard to come pick this up, and he goes, "Hey, I'm going to be late."
It'd be late.
I rolled my pickup. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I'll be still driving there. I'm borrowing my dad's van to come out and get these parts. I'm like, dude, go home. You can come get these other time. I'll put them in the back.
I will hold on to these parts.
Now. I sat there for 15 hours at junkyard, help him load these things at 3 a.m. He was so fucking happy to get his parts. That dude was fucking iconic. It was wild.
That car people are sometimes very insane to get their stuff.
Especially if you find another guy that is just as passionate about that stuff.
My dad's like that with his sleds. His thing with the skidoos. Oh my god.
Oh, he's got the old plastic sleds?
He's got a bunch everywhere.
Oh.
We got that up here. Everything. He's got all the different kinds. All the ones he grew up with in Northern Ontario for, because back in his day in Northern Ontario, you needed a sled to get to school.
Yep.
Because it was the 60s,
That's around
right?
here. The sled was easier to get to school because the roads weren't plowed. Instead of trying to take the car, you just take the sled.
Yeah, that's what my dad had to do when he a kid in the 60s and 70s. He had to take a sled to school because it was easier. So he used to do a lot of races, and his brother did races and stuff like that. His brother did them until recently. Now he's just too old and he'll hurt himself.
Does he attend the sled gatherings?
He used to. My dad and my uncle used to do Sledorama every year in Canada, which is one of the bigger ones up here.
Oh hell yeah!
And yeah, no, they've done quite a few. They still do some car shows though. My dad's trying to get his so he can get his to a car shows finally.
That's where I'm at. My goal now is Neckery. The other friend is gonna try and have New Year's at their place. So the goal is get the Dart going and complete, so I can drive out there with it.
That'd be cool, man.
Spend New Year's out there and drive it back.
That'd be cool.
My plan is
One
to
day,
get a job and go over there.
yeah, yeah. One day we're just gonna adopt Yuri and Devil. They'll just be here one day. Because Yuri wants to abandon the U.S. as well.
I tried in 2016 to become a Canadian citizen. They told me, well, your application looks great, but you don't have the jobs we're looking for, so you're pretty low on the
That's
list.
the
I'm
problem.
like, God damn it!
That's the problem. Yeah. If you become a doctor tomorrow, though, let us know.
Back then, they were looking for doctors and IT professionals.
They still are, because Toronto
I'm sure.
is still growing huge in that market in the IT, especially with Amazon coming in now. They're really into that market at this point. And the
I don't
online
think
stuff
they
has
need a
exploded in the
video
last few
editor.
years, right? Like, pandemic made the online market blow up huge. And now if you're in like television and film, to do city landscapes, they film it in Toronto instead of New York because it's cheaper.
Yeah,
So we're getting a lot
and you
more.
probably won't get stabbed.
That the likelihood of getting stabbed is lower. That's true. I walked through the financial district with it was just myself and Alyssa. We didn't even get threatened once.
Wow.
I know.
Last year.
I say that to like my other friends because they're all small town people. I'm myself and Alyssa are from the city, so we just make fun of them because like they make it sound like it's the most desolate, horrible place to go. It's like literally statistically this is the safest major city on the planet. Like,
Yeah.
like it's like that. I think they don't realize that. Things are gonna
You gotta keep them
happen,
scared,
but
so stay in the small town.
yeah, that's true. They barely leave a small town. The poor buggers. They need me to navigate whenever they leave the small town.
Oh, that sounds like here.
Well, thank you, John, for coming.
Of course, thank you for having me.
That was a lot of fun. I feel like we had a lot of laughs here today. No crying,
My
thankfully. We've had no
Hopefully
criers
not.
yet.
Devil, leave if you're gonna cry.
Yes.
We can't have criers.
We've
on
had
here.
50 interviews so far, and not a single crier yet. So that's good. By the way, this is our 50th interview, so thank you for being the 50th one,
Oh
John.
shit!
No, really?
What a hell!
Yes.
What a hell of a person to have on for your 50th.
I didn't plan it on purpose. It just kind of landed that way. I thought it was gonna be Tiger, but it's actually you. So there you go. So thank you for
Well, I'm
coming
glad
on.
to be your
Appreciate
50th.
it.
Not a problem. Thank you for
And,
having me.
How many have I been on?
It seems like half of them.
I've not been on that many.
Too many.
You've done at least like a dozen of them almost.
I mean, the first one I wasn't actually even invited to. You just kind of like half invited me.
Well, it was
in
the first
middle of
one. I
the
gotta
thing.
like hear. Yeah, it's true. You were in the chat. We're like, come on, Devil.
I was in the chat. I was live streaming because I was just sat watching you while I was eating noodles.
Yeah, it's true.
And
Like, well, I must just
decided
bring
to
you in
come
here, give you
invite me
content.
to,
Like,
And then
like,
I
talk to
wasn't even,
Dilemma.
and then again, I wasn't even supposed to be the co-host.
no, it was supposed to. Actually, I wasn't supposed to be the main host at all. I was supposed to be the co-host. My friend
Who was
Vord.
supposed to be the host?
Vord was
Vord.
supposed to be the main host,
Oh.
and then shit happened in his personal life. He's my Costa Rican friend, because we were going to cater both English and Spanish speaking / English speaking markets because he's Costa Rican. So it was supposed to be his, and then things kind of fell apart. So I tried to pivot to Nebby, but then she couldn't be consistent because of her stuff. So I was like, okay, I need somebody. So I went to Dev, the only other person I know who's home all the time.
True.
Hell yeah.
And it just kind of worked
Yeah,
out.
if
And
you-
Dev and I have like,
You know, I'd
have
probably
figured
be
out-
upset if it wasn't fucking true.
but Dev and I seem to have like a rhythm and a vibe that works, and he helps me find a lot of people because I just don't always have the time for it, and it worked out really good. And Dev will help me
Right,
find
he-
guys like you, John, and I appreciate that.
Isn't it weird how
I'll
the
have to give you
co-host
an-
shit works where now you're the main
Canadian.
host? Same
Oh.
shit with me. I was supposed to be just a co-host on Chaos Sundays on Kane's channel, and now I've got just as many fucking followers as Kane and I'm more active. What the fuck?
I told Dan that I am not the lead host for the wrestling show. I'm just gonna be there. He has the topics. I'm not doing 8 different shows and hosting them all myself. It's not fucking
God.
happening.
I don't blame you.
I'm just loaning my voices
Yeah.
and opinions to things, and that's all I'm doing. This is the only one I'm going to be doing major work on. That's it. But yes, thank you guys again. John, do you have anyone we can raid out to?
Right
Who's
As
live?
tradition.
Is Bach live right now? I know Bach
I
was
don't-
doing.
He was supposed to be,
I don't know if he's
but I
doing.
don't
the-
think he is yet.
I don't know if he got enough people yet. If not,
He's not even the call with Shuffle anymore.
Yeah, I don't exactly know what he's doing. He's busy
It's
with
just
something.
Quasar, Arbiter, and Shuffle in there at the moment.
Nah, you got caught up in a call, says Shufflebot.
Ah, okay. He's probably on with everybody else.
Who
We
else
can
is
raid. Let's do Vapor. Vapor Skull's another fellow skeleton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Vape. We'll do Vape.
Played Vapor. He's
Okay.
playing with Wendy. So it'd be him and Wendy.
And
Who
he's doing
introduced you
Smite.
to Vapor
There
Skull?
you go.
Was it me?
It was you.
Okay.
It was 100% you, yeah. How would I meet any Skeletuber?
I mean-
you talked to Solus before, and
I mean, let's
Really?
face it. How is it he met most of the VTubers he knows?
well, yeah.
I
I'm saying
think
you talked to Solus without me prompting you to talk to him.
well,
Besides, like the first
I
time
mean, you
I raided
suggested it
into
though.
him.
You suggested like a long
Yeah.
time ago. I just didn't have time to get to them.
I should introduce you to Burdane. He's a Canadian.
Well, then we
Bourdain's
have to
Maybe-
have him on.
Exactly.
We all just get along great.
Bourdain once yelled at me because I was playing a Canadian car game.
As long
Don't
as,
get on me.
as long as we're as long as we don't talk about hockey and because there's a chance we don't want the same team, we're good.
He's in he's more east of you. That's
Fucking Habs
So-
fans. Okay. All right. All right. So we're going to Vapor Scully's playing Smite right now.
I'll let into Vapor with my two people.
With my two people.
Yo.
Vapor's always
I think you
happy
guys
to
come
raids.
by. We'll be
know.
back on again for this show in particular on February 1st with Tiger. We're also going to have Cheeky there, hopefully, and Dev. Hopefully you'll be there too if you'd like to be,
Yep.
because they are your friends, and I know you guys have a lot of fun together, and I think the dynamic is hilarious. Might be the one time I don't talk as much. We'll see.
I don't know about that, but
We'll see. And then back for my the wrestling stuff will be Monday, Tuesday, rally around there, and we're near the end of that as well for the year. Thank you guys for coming by, and I'll see you next time.